Hey my friends, David Dom here. Thanks so much for taking a minute to tune in to our new video series based on my new book, Living in the Pause. It's actually a chapter overview video series. So what we've done is shot some videos about each chapter to give you a little bit of information about what the book entails, what it includes. So I'm excited for you to actually check it out, and I know you'll get something from it. Hey my friends, thanks for tuning into our chapter review video series from my new book, Living in the Pause. This chapter is chapter 7, which is self-surrender. It has to do with self-surrender, our God-shaped whole. So I'm going to read just from the very beginning of it. One night, after my typical teenage rock star routine of getting loaded and proceeding to ride my motorcycle around as fast as the bike could go, with buddies on the back of the bike, a van crashes into me. The bike was totaled and both of us were unharmed. Here is the true shocking aspect of the story. I had a handprint clearly bruised into my leg that indicated there was a hand between my leg and the gas tank at the time of the impact. This was not my handprint, nor was it the handprint of my friend who was on the back of the bike. This was my first blatant encounter with my angels. So, I grew up in the Bible Belt. As a small child, I was probably confused, very confused about religion and God and what it was all about, because I only knew what my mom and my parents, for example, shared with me, and then what the religion of the day, I call it the day when we were growing up, taught me. But as I've grown in my spirituality, I've learned a lot of things, and one is I believe we all have a God-shaped hole that nothing else except for God is able to fill. And I believe firmly that God lives inside of us. So the God inside of me actually is governing what's going on in my world. But only as I accept and surrender to that and am aware of that fact, that I believe it actually works in my life. I believe I have angels. I know they've always been watching over me. I should have been dead many times. But the reality is this God-shaped hole thing, it's pretty amazing. We all have a little piece of God living inside of us. And when we accept that, it makes a lot of sense when we hear things like, oh, with God all things are possible. Well, it's not like, for me now, it's not about with God, God sitting up in the clouds up there somewhere, waiting to strike me down when I do something bad. No, it's the God of love that actually created me and that lives inside of me. That God that's inside of me is actually helping me, guiding me down a path. So it's pretty amazing. There's a book here I quoted called God-Shaped Hole by Tiffany Bartolo. Let me just read this to you. I found it very cool. We're all searching for something to fill up what I like to call that big God-shaped hole in our souls. Some people use alcohol or sex or their children or food or money or music or heroin. A lot of people even use the concept of God itself. I could go on and on. I used to know a girl who used shoes. She had over 200 pairs. But it's all the same thing, really. People, for some stupid reason, think they can escape their sorrows. So, getting in touch with that, getting in touch with your soul has a lot to do with this chapter. I believe that I experience the kingdom of heaven now through being in what I call flow. And it occurs when I'm doing what makes me feel whole and fulfilled, and I'm not hurting anybody, and I'm actually, feeling good about what's happening. It's pretty amazing. So anyway, there's a lot covered in this chapter on it. One of my favorite acronyms for the ego, for example, is edged God out. I got that from Wayne Dyer. That was when I first heard it. The ego self tries to keep us focusing on the past and the future because it knows that in the present moment we have access to the divine and the Holy Spirit. That's my opinion, and there's a lot of good stuff in here. And yeah, we all have a God-shaped hole. So chapter 7 is about self-surrender. So hope you enjoy it. You can check it out, and thanks for tuning in. Hey my friends, I have an offer for you. During this series, for about the next 6 weeks or so, if you're seeing this video series, probably till around November the 15th, middle of November, if you're seeing this video series, when you order a print copy of my new book, Living in the Pause, I'm going to give you the audiobook at no charge, just as my gift to you, as a thank you, because I really appreciate all the support. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get updates and stay informed of what's going on. Give me your comments. Let me know if anything that was said that you heard actually helped you, or if you got any feedback at all. Go ahead and comment in the video stream down below, and then like the videos if it's somewhere else on Facebook or whatever. Just interact if you could. Show me a little love. Comment, like, or subscribe to the video channel, YouTube. Thanks so much.